Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pol 260 International Politics. I'm Professor Niv-Solomon, and I will be working with you through this semester, the spring 2025 semester. International politics is something that I am really, really passionate about. I'm doing my research on it. I teach a lot of related classes. And so I hope to get you excited about it and hope you can learn some stuff. This is a fully online asynchronous class, which means if you haven't taken one before, this means that we never have real-time meetings, not in person and not virtually. There are no Zoom sessions or any specific place you have to be in at a certain time. What we do have are weekly plans that will have readings, videos, slideshows, mini lectures that you are responsible to read, watch, review, and go through. We will have discussions, interactive discussions, assignments, and exams. Now, all of the tasks, all of the work have due dates on them, which means that you can complete it as early as you want or as early as they are released, but no later than the due date that is attached to it. The first discussion that was open is the introductory one. And the first kind of material that I put out for you there is the syllabus. And mainly, I just wanted to make sure everybody gets familiar with our new LMS, Brightspace, with the syllabus, understand what's expected of you, and then go through the introductions and know who are your peers and who I am a little bit. I've been a full-time professor here at CSI for the last 15 years at the Department of Political Science and Global Affairs. You can see more about me on my um, CSI website, my publications, the books and articles that I've published. You can see on the um, catalog from semester to semester the different classes that I teach, and they vary. I teach this introductory to international politics class almost every semester, but then I teach more advanced classes in international security, human rights, international negotiations, terrorism, and other classes as well. So, without further ado, let's look a little bit about the syllabus that you can find already open on Brightspace. And I also ask you to comment on it, mainly to show me that you really took a look. So this is the general information of the class. Here are my office hours. There's a mistake here. My Monday virtual office hours are 9 to 10 a.m. Um, I will correct that later on. And you can access the virtual office hours through Brightspace as well. If you need to talk to me, you want to set up another meeting in person or via Zoom, just email me and I will get back to you and we'll find a different time that works for both of us. The best way to contact me always with anything is this email right here. I will get back to you within 24 hours, many, many times much sooner than that, but no later than a 24-hour cycle. This class is an introductory class, introduces you to the key concepts and issue of international politics and international relations. So we're not going in depth into many things, but we kind of surveying the field of international politics and international relations. We're going to talk about some foundational concepts, international relation theories, and we will cover many, many topics such as war, peace, violent conflict, international organizations, international law. We're going to talk about international political economy, some issues related to human rights and the global environment, and many more. Here are your course objectives and assessment plan. For readings, you are responsible to get this book, Global Politics, Applying Theory to a Complex World, the second edition. The authors are Mark Boyer, Natalie Hudson, and Michael Butler. This is a great introductory book that does a lot of real world applications, which I like a lot about it. And it also has many more interactive aspects and supplements and ways for you to expand on things that you find interesting, get more examples, do some exercises and practice tests, etc. So I highly recommend that you get the ebook, and you can just rent it for the duration of the semester, or if you think you're going to use it more, you can rent it for longer or purchase the actual book if you prefer a hard copy. Whatever you do, make sure that you have this book and this second edition. We are using it. This is not just assigned for the sake of assignment. In addition to that, I expect you to follow the news. You can use any news resources that you rely on, but if you're not sure or if you don't usually follow the news, here are some suggestions. There is The Seven, which is released daily by the Washington Post, and it's available as a podcast and also as a newsletter. And that basically gives you the seven headlines that they chose for the day. The scheme is also similar format in both podcast and a newsletter. Other news resources sources that I would recommend is Vox, Foreign Policy Magazine, NPR as well. But any resource that you trust and you believe in and is reputable, at least to some degree, please use it. You need to know that all news that we are getting nowadays are biased in some ways. So know what the bias is, and maybe if you have time, you triangulate and you get your news from different sources, more than one, and maybe one that leans left and one that leans right. And so you can get a good mix and make your own judgment. Assigned readings are assigned for a reason, and I expect you to complete them. And any other discussion, tasks, assignments, and exams rely on those readings and other materials that I assign. So, like we said, this is a fully online and fully asynchronous class, no physical class meetings or real-time sessions, and everything you need is on Brightspace. You will engage with various materials, reading, watching, listening, and then you will be completing assignments, participating in mandatory discussions, and taking exams. Everything that is available for you on Brightspace is important and relevant, and I expect you to browse around, get familiar with things, and if you can't find something, let me know. Ask me as soon as possible. I test everything. I test the links. I use a student view, but sometimes I miss something. And if you don't tell me that you can't see it, I don't know. Right. Now, you have to make sure that you receive emails from Brightspace, meaning when I send announcement, when whatever communication that I send, I do it through Brightspace. So the default is that it goes to your CIX account. If you're not using it, if you're not checking it regularly, you can update your email with Brightspace. If you're not sure how to do that, you can contact the help desk. And also, you can update me by sending me an email, letting me know what email you want me to use, and I can forward you class communication. I have a forward list usually every semester. If you have any problems with the system, with Brightspace, with connectivity, with whatever, all of the technological stuff, you need to contact. It's your responsibility to contact the help desk. Like I said, you signed up for an online asynchronous class, and so it's your responsibility to have the time and the needed technology to connect to it. You can complete work. The work opens gradually. The units open week by week, usually 2 to 3 weeks um, ahead. You can complete it as fast as you want, but you have to keep up with the deadlines as they are posted. Um, Keep me posted if there's any problem, if there's any issue, if you have an emergency, if you need an extension for something, if you want help, if you need me to review a draft, whatever that may be, just contact me. Keep me posted, keep the communication open using email. And like I said, my cycle time is 24 hours. Grading. Right. You have to do the work in order to pass the class. So, ongoing active participation, you are required to log into the class and complete some work, even if it's just reading something. But every time you click in the class, you open a file, you do something, you get a digital stamp. I need that digital stamp at least once every week throughout the semester. And if you do that, you'll get 10 points for each week that you log in, and that can accumulate it for you 150 points. I've had students, checking in the first week, coming back at the last week, and then getting a really low grade and tell me, oh, but I completed the work. Well, but you just lost more than 100 points by not being there regularly. Assignments. You are required to complete 5 assignments throughout the semester. They are open gradually. Each assignment has its own instructions, its own grading rubric, its own due date, and you can submit assignments late, only assignments, but there will be a grade penalty associated with that. Each assignment is worth 60 points for a total of 300 points. The discussions. Almost every week or most weeks, we will have a discussion forum open with its own uh, prompt, with questions relevant to whatever material we are covering at the moment. You are required to post at least once, but I highly recommend that you engage with the discussion forums more actively for 2 reasons. Number one, you learn a lot by digesting the material along with your peers and with my input, comments, questions, and answers to your questions. Number two, this is a great way to accumulate additional points, um, and that is your opportunity for extra credit. Don't come to me, at the end of the semester and like, oh, can I get some extra credit? There will be no other ways to earn additional credit. If you are active on the discussion um, board forums, you can accumulate up to um, 10 points per discussions. The way it goes is that for every post, either you start your own thread answering the prompts or you are commenting on another student's. And either of those, they're equally um they're worth equally. So if it is relevant and at least 30 words in length, then you will receive 2 points, up to 10 points per discussion. Obviously, you are more than welcome to be more active even, and just keep the discussions going, ask more questions, but that's how you earn points here. So on the discussions, you can earn anywhere between uh, 18 points to hmm, anywhere between 18 points to 100 points. Now, participations in the forums is mandatory and graded, and when it says that a certain discussion forum is closing after um, a certain date, it is closed. There are no late submissions on the discussion forums, and I will not reopen them. So that is an absolute no. And the reason is because those are interactive and you need to be there while the interaction is happening. So you cannot come 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months later and say, oh, but I posted something. That doesn't count. It's got to be according to the due dates. There's also 3 exams. Each one of them is worth 200 points. At the end of the day, here's how you are going to earn your grade. You are accumulating points, and according to this table, that's the grade that you're going, the letter grade that you're going to earn in this semester. So I would like to foster an environment, open environment. Everybody are welcome. All opinions are welcome as long as you are um, on point, relevant, civil, and respectful for everybody. You can absolutely disagree with me and with your peers. You can ask questions. You can question me, question each other, but just do that respectfully and in a civil way. Plagiarism and any other form of academic misconduct will not be tolerated. If you know me, you know that this is a pet peeve of mine, and so I highly recommend not to test me on that. Here's my policy on the use of AI. I expect all work submitted in this class, including assignments, discussion boards, posts, and exams, to be your own original work. When you submit any work, you are affirming it is your creation and that you have written it. Unless clearly indicated otherwise, with quotation mark and proper citation. So if you are taking something out of a different source, AI or otherwise, I expect you to be open and acknowledge that. Submitting content generated by someone else or created or assisted by AI tools such as ChatGPT is considered cheating and violates CUNY and CSI academic integrity policies. If you didn't write it, do not put your name on it. This is a very, very, very simple rule. Okay? Simply changing 2 words here and there doesn't make it your own original work either. AI is useful. You can use it for sure to do things like brainstorming, finding information on a specific topic, drafting an outline, and checking grammar and style. But that's not the same as giving my prompt to the AI and ask them to generate it. I will post more information about AI and my policies later on in the semester. Um, one more word here is that, like I said, I am passionate about what I teach, and I would like to get you guys excited. And I give you many, many opportunities, and I cater to different learners and all of those things. And when people just use AI and don't do the work, it's frustrating. It's almost insulting, and it's insulting to me, and it's insulting to you. A couple of semesters ago, in the icebreaker introductory discussion forum, I asked the students about their bucket list, um, bucket list item, and a country they would like to live in for a year. After the 10 student that said they want to skydive and live in Japan, I realized that there is a problem. And I was mainly very, very sad that even on kind of a fun icebreaker, personal, what's on your bucket list and where would you like to live, people find the need to turn to AI and not do their own work. So please, please, let's have a good semester. Let's deal with original work. If you need me to review draft, help you, give you extensions, work with you, explain concepts you don't understand, I'm very, very happy to do that as many times as you want. But please keep your work original. If you need extra time, if you are registered with the Office of Students with Disabilities, please make sure I am aware of that so I can um, add you, I can give you the additional extra time that you need. Lastly, on the syllabus, you have kind of a general overview schedule of the topics, what is assigned for readings and watching and viewing and reviewing, and what is the work. Now, please pay attention that this schedule is subject to change with notice. If I need to make any changes, drop things, add things, change due dates, etc., I will do so. I will let you know through the system, through Brightspace. And so I hope to get you excited about international politics, and let's have a great semester.